Hello again. This is yet another coaching video. I was exchanging some comments on Leo's figure 8 circuit fast lap non-PRB of 24.511, and I asked him if he would go for the 24.4 and basically asked if he thought, well, he asked if I thought he could do it, and I said of course you could. And then when I looked at his run again, I actually discovered that there was plenty he could do to easily get it. But anyway, let's just go right into it. So 24.511, a very respectable time, quite high ranking, close to the world record standard of about late 2007. But anyway, I think this is possibly the highest standard of time I've coached on. However, there is definitely things I can help with here. So we'll just watch the run. I would say the starting is where the vast majority of time would be lost. The second half is very clean. Small things you can improve on, but second half's pretty solid. It's all about the first half. Funnily enough, the run he actually has here, funny thing, if he'd actually done the start better and not changed the rest of it, that would have almost guaranteed have been the 0.4. And I'll show you what I mean straight away. I did mention this in a comment, but I'll explain it better here. Releasing an MT right before the line, even if it was released at this point, it might not be enough. The reason is acceleration to MT speed after releasing an MT. For years, I did it this way when I set it up. I got a 24.303. Couldn't quite get the 24.2. However, David got the 24.2, and I wasn't 100% sure where he was really saving time. But as it turned out, a better preparation for the fast lap was always needed. So rather than setting up like this and releasing just at the line, I've got my time up. If you do an MT before the line like that, that's the time saved. That's your 24.4 right there. So simply put, you're at a higher speed. Well, you're at full speed when you're going over the line as opposed to accelerating to full speed when you go over the line. And that makes a little difference. Once I made a proper attempt using this setup, it took me about half an hour to get the 24.2 back, and I got the world record back straight away. It's such a silly little thing, but it's so important, especially at the level we're talking about here for Leo. So absolutely do that. The best way I like to set it up, use the shadow. Now, how exactly you use the shadow to line it up is up to you, but just use it, whether you aim to be in a drift by this point or hopping by this point, whatever works best for you, but you can use the shadow to easily, consistently set up your fast lap. So it shouldn't be too hard to coordinate an extra RMT before crossing the line with an LMT. And then you're good to go. So I do like this. I think this is good. Hopping over the start of the grass is always good. Good way to save distance. I just think if some of the handling, the steering, could be eliminated from this corner, that would further reduce your time. That could possibly bring us close to 24.3 territory. In fact, it probably would bring us to 24.3 territory if you could eliminate just about all of it. It just loses a lot of time for the loss of speed. It's not the easiest to do, but I guess it's just about trying to delay as long as possible, pressing a direction in the air when you hop so that you get as wide angle a hop as you can. And then that way, if you do that without using steering, you can still MT around the corner just fine. You might still need a little bit of steering, but you can eliminate most of it that way. If you do that, you'd save a lot of time. And at this level, you probably can still try and push. I almost try and consider being back wheels as much as possible on this line, roughly, is what I go for. But certainly, try and use this line. This line is like everything for mastering the corners. Like, you know, the back of your cart, somewhere along this line, you're doing good on this corner. Great way to sort of tell straight away how good you're doing the corner. Like, I can often see roughly how fast my lap's going to be just by how well I'm like using this corner and this line to gauge how good my corner is. But it's quite a tricky thing. This part is just snaking, and that's all fine. The only thing you can do to save time here is to just be a little bit faster, but you know, that's common sense. Not everyone can just do 100% massively fast MTs. I'm not even the quickest at doing MTs in this race. Snaking is where I lose time to other carters. Basically in the top 10, I make it back on the corners usually. But yeah, here's good. It is a good entry to the shroom, however. I do definitely swear by the double hop into the grass strategy. So I just feel it gives you a better angle, but it also, you can cut a little bit more grass. You can spend a little bit more time on the grass, and obviously that means you're more time closer to the wall, more distance saved, more time saved. A small thing, but it would improve your shroom even more. And then at this level especially, just be brave. Really try and time it so that you hop out the grass just before the shroom ends, and then bam, loads of time saved. But yeah, so I'll try and find it on here. So yeah, like, I just feel it gets you into the corner better. Gets into the grass better, should I say. Still not a perfect shroom here, to be honest. I think I could do this better, but you know, I still think it's a bit better than what's done here because it forces the angle into the corner much better. That's not bad though. It's a pretty good effort at the shroom otherwise. And then this is just fine. Just snake to the end. The only thing I would say is it doesn't matter that much, but I try and have my snaking angle towards the wall. So by the time I do this RMT, I'm like facing more towards the wall. I think I did it here. Yeah, so I'm like quite well faced over there. You can just do a neutral hop over the line like that. Bam. But still, very good lap. With some refinements, a low 24.4. You can probably save at least 200s, possibly 300s, just by doing the start as I've suggested. Not really much else to suggest in this video. If you've got any feedback based on how I've done the coaching, if I speak too fast, or if the audio levels are not quite right, or like maybe a better layout, whatever, just feel free to leave a comment. But otherwise, I hope this was helpful for Leo, and I hope this was maybe helpful for some other players as well. So that's everything I have on this video, so take care everyone, see you next time.